Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Cody here. Today we're going to be doing another ranking video. In this case today we're going to be looking at the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate Baseball League. Right off the bat, it was very difficult for me to get some of the logos. So some of the ones I found are really small. A few that I found are really pixelated. So I do apologize in advance for that. Marty says hello. We're going to go ahead and start things off with the Hamilton Joes. I don't have a lot of positive things to say about this logo other than I do like the font for Hamilton. It's a very classic looking baseball font. I don't really know what the team is supposed to be, so that Joe's just looks like a signature. That baseball though, man, that's just a hyper-realistic photo of a baseball. It doesn't have any stylistic thing going on with it to let you know that it's a logo. It just looks like they just added a photo of a baseball in there at the last minute. Very weird logo. Also, I don't really understand what the big yellow circle is in the middle there. Very odd. This is weird. This is just kind of incoherent sort of mess. This looks like a modern day art version of a baseball logo. Next up, I've got the Jet Box. It's literally just called Jet Box. I don't know if box stands for like baseball socks, base socks, blue socks. I don't know, but the team name is literally just called the Jet Box. And I gotta say, this was extremely difficult to find a picture for, so I apologize. This probably looks really tiny and super pixelated on your screen. I typed Jet Box logo on Google and got all kinds of weird hits. So I do apologize for you there, but this is the actual logo. It is just a blue square with yellow box, B-O-X, written in it. So yellow box and a blue box, why not? It just seems like a rip-off of the old Chicago White Sox script, and I'm not a fan of it, and we're just gonna move on. Next up, we've got the Lima Locos. Lima Locos took an L on this one. In fact, they took 2 L's. This looks like a Little League logo. Maybe that's what LL stands for. Moving on. We've got the Michigan Monarchs. I've said in past videos that I do like it when mascots have a baseball bat. I think that looks cool. It just has a lot of personality. But he doesn't really have much going on for him. His fingers aren't defined, so he's kind of got these just sort of hooks for hands. Kind of weird. Which is odd because there's so much detail elsewhere that it's weird that they didn't give him actual separate fingers. The bat has no detail whatsoever. The Monarch script is just kind of there at the bottom, thrown in. He looks okay. He's got huge pecs, but pretty average biceps. Now we've got the Grand Lake Mariners. For some reason, the artwork reminds me of those videos that you would watch if you ever went to Sunday school that are just kind of cheaply made and tell you a quick parable from the Bible. This guy kind of looks just like the fish sticks guy. I can't unsee that. Still one of my all-time favorite meals to this day. So, you know, looking at this makes me hungry, and not much else. Moving on, we've got the Zinnia, or the Cine Scouts. The Cine Scouts? Apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. This looks okay. I think he's looking through an eyeglass, but you can't really tell because the perspective is kind of odd. It's just, you're looking at him straight on, so it just looks like he's holding up a circle to his face. And the glass itself doesn't have any distinct colors. It's gray, just like the rest of him. Colors look pretty good. That kind of dark blue with that mint blue look pretty good, but there's not a whole lot going on for him. The front of his hat is all weird too. Why is the brim all over the place? The brim looks crazy. I don't know. Not crazy about this one. Next up, we've got the Royal Oak Leprechauns. This one's pretty fun. I do like what they managed to do with the Royal Oak font. It kind of looks like that Celtic sort of, you might see that on an Irish pub. The actual font of leprechauns, however, is just, it's kind of thrown on there at the last minute. The guy himself looks pretty tough. His mouth is a little odd. He's got a lot of detail, but he's drawn really well. I like his shading. Yeah, it's a pretty fun logo. Next up, I've got the Southern Ohio Copperheads. This logo is crazy. There is a lot going on here. I love the actual snake. The Copperhead looks super cool. I really like the font of Copperheads too. That Southern Ohio banner at the top needs to go. There's too much action in here already. Also, it just kind of creates this mouthful. Southern Ohio Copperheads is a mouthful. So to have all of those words here, it's text overload. I don't know what is happening in the background. There's a big orange explosion going on. There's a lot of elements. You've got the banner, you've got the baseball diamond with the Copperhead, with 2 crisscross baseball bats, with a big orange explosion, with this Copperhead font. There's a lot of pieces and it creates a lot of chaotic energy, but I kind of like that. Next up, the Cincinnati Steam. This one feels okay. This one feels pretty safe. I get that it's supposed to be steam coming out of a steamboat for the Ohio River there that separates Cincinnati from Northern Kentucky. So I dig that. You know, I think that's supposed to be water there at the bottom, but it looks exactly like the Steam. I do like it. The font looks cool, and the colors are nice. Moving along, we've got the Muskegon Clippers. This one's pretty fun. The Muskegon and Clippers font looks like something you'd see on Microsoft Word, so it's not very inspired, but I do like the kind of Admiral Mariner looking kind of sea vibe going on. I love that the baseball is within a, I don't know, like a boat steering. What do you call that? Is that the helm? Is that what that's called? I don't really know my nautical terms very much, but I do like that the baseball is within that, and that end looks kind of cool. It's just, it's very nautical, and I like it. I see what they were going for, and they did it pretty well. Next up, the Richmond Jazz. This is a cool one. Obviously, it's hard not to draw a comparison between this and the Utah Jazz, but I do like what they've done there with the saxophone, making that the J, and then the as looks really nice too. I just don't like the word Richmond thrown on there in a different font. It just kind of ticks away. The colors are sweet. Good job, Richmond Jazz. This is a fun logo. Next up, I debated putting this one at my #1, but there's one that I like just a little bit after this. However, I love this, the Sandusky Bay Ice Haulers. He looks like one of the creatures from the Christmas movies, like the original classics. I love the colors here. Everything just feels so cold with that blue, with the minty blue and the white. It feels cold, it like really portrays that. I don't know what an ice hauler is specifically, but I love the uniqueness in that name. And I really like what they've done here. Get rid of that Sandusky Bay up at the top though, that's taken away from it. And for my #1 pick, I decided to go with the Licking County Settlers. Very odd name to say. I like this. Again, I've said this before, little tip of the cap for logos that don't have any text in them at all, that don't tell you the team name or their location. The perspective on him makes him look like a superhero. Those colors are gorgeous, that kind of light sky blue with that red, and it just looks really cool. I love his mustache that complements the hat. He's got a big old cleft chin. I like this. Definitely one of the more creative, unique logos for this league, and I really, really like it. Well done, Licking County Settlers. Weird to say that out loud. Well guys, that is gonna do it for another ranking video. Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite one was. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and consider doing that. I make a lot of content, or I have been making a lot of content like this. I plan to keep doing it because it's a lot of fun for me. Hope it's fun for you. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate y'all as always. We'll see you in the next video.